A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A plus English, 'cause it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A plus way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A plus English.
Hello everyone, welcome to A Plus English. I am Mike.
I'm Chickling.
And today we are back. We are back with Ethan and Evelyn, and they are still talking about one of the coolest looking animals. I think for my money, it's one of the coolest looking animals in the world, the giraffe.
I agree.
Yeah, they're pretty, I mean, you see a giraffe, right? We see them in pictures, we see them in books.
Cute.
But you actually get close to one, like at the zoo or something, they are weird looking. I mean, their spots, those weird little horns. Like, why do they have horns? And they're so tall. I'm not saying in a bad way.
Okay.
I'm saying it's more like an animal from a science fiction movie than many other animals you can think of, right?
Yeah,
a cow looks like a cow, a horse is like a skinny cow.
Right, they're kind of
sort
strange.
of. But you know what I mean. They're very unusual looking. So what do you think of all those things and others? What do you think is the most special part about a giraffe and why?
Definitely their necks.
Their necks?
Oh, and also sometimes I wonder, like, how powerful can their hearts do? You know, they have to have really powerful hearts.
They have very powerful hearts.
In order to pump the blood
That's
all
right.
over.
Imagine if your neck was that long, you would faint all the time because there would be no blood in your brain. I think they have big hearts, and they have, their veins are designed so like it pumps the blood up, and then it has these things that sort of stop it from sliding down.
Okay.
So they have a very cool, in the actual tube, the vein that carries the blood, there's these sort of flaps, you know, that allow liquid to go one way, but it doesn't go back so easily the other way. That's a cool one. I also like the fact that when they have babies, the babies drop like 3 feet, drop like 1 meter onto the ground, which I always thought was a mean way to come into the world. Here you are, plap. But they live, and then I think the babies, they start walking after like 3 minutes.
Oh, that's
or something, which is really incredible. So they are absolutely amazing, miraculous, very special animals. And there are many other cool facts. I'm sure you guys can find some. Let's get to our dialogue.
What do you know about giraffes? Warm-up question. What do you think is the most special part about a giraffe? Why?
Giraffes have a pattern of dark spots on their bodies. Each giraffe's pattern is different, just like people's fingerprints. The spots help them hide from predators around trees. This is really important for young giraffes. Less than 50% of them live to age 4.
All right, let's get back to our article. We were talking about some of the cool, interesting things about giraffes. I talked about how making babies is giving birth is hard for them. But this was my second one. Their colors, right? They have very beautiful color. I think a giraffe and a zebra, they're both naturally just amazing animals to look at. And as it says in the article, giraffes have a pattern of dark spots on their bodies. Their spots, you might call them splotches. A spot is often kind of round, but a splotch might be kind of a different type of shape. But yeah, we can think of that, right? One is sort of dark brown, and the background is a lighter yellowish kind of color. And each giraffe's pattern is different, just like people's fingerprints. So for real giraffe scientists, they can know that's Mary, and that's Susan, and that's Betty, and that's Laura, because they have different patterns, just like people have different fingerprints. Lions, their whiskers. Their whiskers are all different. And when I was whale watching in Canada last summer, we looked at orca, killer whales. The shape of the fin is all a little bit different. So the experts, the scientists, they can really know them like a family because they all look a little different.
Just like us, we have different faces.
Yeah, we have different faces.
everything.
Exactly. Yeah.
所以长颈鹿身上有那些一块块深色的斑点，大家应该知道，有点 brown， like dark brown，然后后面有一些黄色这样，所以每一只的长颈鹿花纹都不一样，就跟我们的指纹一样。
Yeah, so they're kind of darkish brown and kind of a lighter yellowish brown. But hey, let's say you were God for a day or whatever. If you could design a giraffe, what colors would you give it?
Purple.
Purple. Okay, and then what would be the other color?
Dark purple.
Dark
so
purple.
Light purple and dark purple.
Okay.
That was like
interesting.
Unicorn.
Maybe that's like a night giraffe.
Pink.
One that sleeps during the day and goes out at night.
True.
Those colors would help it hide. But no animals hunt at night. Well, maybe leopards. So that's not a bad idea. I mean, it's better than, pink and orange or something like that. And it says the spots help them hide from predators around trees. Sure. Same way that giraffes have those lines. It helps them kind of hide. And it says this is really important for young giraffes. Yeah, sure. Baby animals out there on the plains of Africa are often looked at as a snack for lions and other hunting animals. So if the babies can hide and live longer to grow up, that is good for them.
So they use their spots as camouflage.
That definitely helps them.
保護色. 因為, who eat them? Lions. Tigers. Could be tigers.
No tigers in Africa.
Lions?
Yes.
Lions? Okay.
Yes, the giraffe is really lost and walks all the way to India.
Oh my God.
No lions, leopards, cheetahs too. I don't know, maybe a cheetah. They're smaller, but they might take down a baby giraffe, especially if they worked in pairs with their brothers or sisters. And still, with lions hunting them, and of course, just natural accidents and disease and other things, less than 50% of them live to age 4.
That is so sad.
That is very sad. But
if I have...
That's nature for you.
Okay, if I have twins coming out, and that means I lose one of them.
Most likely. Or if you had 4 babies in your life, only 2 of them would grow to be 5 years old. And that's only 5. We're not saying they live to be 10 and 15 and grow up. But just to be 5. And I mean, people were like that, 100 and 200 years ago before hospitals and medicine.
True. We're very lucky.
It's a hard life out there when nature just does what nature does.
Right. 所以其实斑点是可以帮助这个长颈鹿躲避吃它们的人，像是这个不是人呢，吃它们的动物，像这个狮子。所以其实小长颈鹿对他们来讲很重要，因为他们其实没有办法活很久，有超过一半的长颈鹿呢是活不到4岁，4岁也就是他们成年的时候。
Giraffe mothers give birth while they're standing up. Their babies drop from a height of 200 centimeters. About an hour after birth, baby giraffes can walk already. Giraffes sleep while they're standing up too. Wild giraffes sleep about 35 minutes a day, and about 5 minutes at a time. They need to be able to wake up easily and run away from predators.
All right, we are back. And earlier I was talking about how giraffe mothers give birth in a very weird way. And I think I saw this on TV once. The baby came out and then plop, it just dropped to the ground. So that's kind of where we pick it up. It says giraffe mothers give birth while they're standing up. There are no beds in the giraffe hospitals. And no, of course not. They're animals. They do it out in the wild. And the giraffe, I mean, I think they probably stand up because I can't imagine a giraffe lying down. It would take so long to get up. Right? I mean, think of its legs. I don't know if they ever lie down.
But is it really good for the babies?
Well, they're used to it. They've been like this for millions and billions of years.
But you just drop your babies on the ground.
Too bad. It's a tough life. And compared to being eaten by a lion, dropping 200, anyways.
Maybe that's okay.
They're fine.
Okay.
It says their babies drop from a height of 200 centimeters.
It's crazy.
So I'm around 180 centimeters. So this is like this much taller than I am.
That's
Bam!
Crazy.
The first thing that happens to you in the world is you hit the ground hard.
Oh yeah, 这个蛮可怕的耶。所以这个 give birth 就是分娩的意思。所以长颈鹿的妈妈其实生小孩的时候是站着，就像刚刚麦克老师说的，你出生的时候就是从大概2公尺的高度掉下来 must hurt.
It's very impressive. But of course, there's the giraffe. Mommy is right there, and she turns around and she licks the baby, and it starts to move and look around. I said it takes, 5 minutes? I was wrong about that. It says about an hour after birth. I think horses maybe are a little bit faster, but still, an hour after birth, baby giraffes can walk already. Humans, it takes us, what, like 2 years to, well, no, a year and a bit to walk?
Maybe, yeah.
Right? And we can't really take care of ourselves for like 10 years after we're born. The poor giraffe, it has to grow up fast. In 1 hour, it's walking around. And I guess in an hour or two, it has to be ready to run away from a lion or something like that. So there you go. You think your childhood is tough. Imagine being a giraffe. And then we learn another interesting fact. Giraffes sleep while they're standing up too. Yeah, a lot of animals do that. Wild giraffes, it says, sleep about 35 minutes a day.
That's so short.
That's it? Wow, I'm going to open a coffee shop in Africa and sell it to giraffes. They sleep about 35 minutes a day. That's incredible. And about 5 minutes at a time.
Wow.
So they don't really sleep, they nap.
很酷哎
Yeah, so
okay,
it's very interesting.
所以其实长颈鹿连睡觉都站着，不止生小孩站着，而且他们野生长颈鹿一天只睡35分钟，总共只睡35分钟，而且每一次睡眠就5分钟哎。My nap is always longer than 5 minutes.
Always, yeah. I mean, of course, even a 5-minute nap wouldn't really help you much.
Exactly.
35 minutes a day. That's it. That's all they do. Wow, that's incredible. It says they need to be able to wake up easily and run away from predators.
True.
That's a good point.
Because lying down might slow them down. Like when they, oh my God, we have to run away.
Right, or they just won't see the lion coming until it's biting their neck and they're dying.
Oh, wow.
I would think our sleeping habits, humans, our sleeping habits would change if we lived out in the fields of Africa being hunted by lions, and that's part of the reason humans live together, right? Monkeys too, because you can sleep while I keep a watch and then I make noise and you wake up and we all live. But for giraffes, they can't really do that. And so they have to be always alert, always on guard to a danger that's all around them.
所以长颈鹿睡觉其实站着也是比较好，因为它才可以随时保持警觉，必要时就可以直接跑走，不会被吃掉。我们赶快看一下今天的单字吧。我们看今天第一个单字，我们有讲到长颈鹿的花纹，我们看到 pattern， 它是图案或花纹的意思。一个人的行为的一个模式，我们可以说是一个人的 behavior pattern， 或者是你消费的模式 spending pattern， 这是我们讲话有时候都可以讲到的。比如说 his spending pattern changed after he started saving money， 他开始存钱之后，消费的模式就改变了。那我们看另外一个句子 ，Lisa's dress has a pattern of circles.Lines and hearts. Lisa 的洋装上面有圆圈、线条跟爱心组成的图案。那我们有讲到这个长颈鹿身上有这个 spot， 就是斑点。我们常常会说，我们去找一个地点吧，我们可以 find a spot。比如说 ，They found a perfect spot for their picnic by the lake。或者是呢，我们可以再看另外一个句子哦。我们这边也是讲斑点，比如说蝴蝶，你知道 ，Some butterflies have colorful spots on their wings to keep enemies away。有些蝴蝶的翅膀上的鲜艳的斑点，其实是用来吓退敌人的。那我们有看到 drop， 这边是当动词，当名词也可以。不过我们文章中是指把这个小 baby 掉下来、落下来的意思。我们常常当名词的时候，比如说可以讲一滴水 ，a drop of water。比如说 a single drop of water fell from the leaf， 一滴水从叶子上落下来。或者是我们看另外一个句子，这边呢，我们是当动词，就是树叶从树上掉落的意思。Leaves turn orange and drop from trees when autumn comes， 就是秋天来临的时候呢，树叶就会变成橘色，然后从树上掉下来。那我们有知道说，这个 wild giraffes 野生的长颈鹿，我们讲到野生的就会使用 wild 这一个字，它这边是当形容词，是代表没有被驯服、野生的意思。所以野生动物我们可以说 wild animals， 比如说 lions and tigers are wild animals， 狮子跟老虎是野生动物。好，我们看另外一个句子哦，这边指的是野狗。So stay away from wild dogs, they can be dangerous. 离这个野狗远一点，它们可能是很危险的动物。OK， 所以是今天所有的单字 ，Don't forget to practice. Right now, let's go to our review time activity.
Review time.
All right, we are back with our review time activity. We learned 4 new words today as usual. Let's look at those one more time. Pattern, spot, drop, and wild. Are you ready to do a little game to review these words?
Yes.
Okay, great. We're going to play a game of fill in the blanks.
Okay.
Are you excited, worried, nervous?
A little nervous.
A little nervous. Don't be nervous. It's just me. It's just fill in the blanks. There's only 4 words.
I'll try my best.
Can't be that hard. We will start off with something easy because I don't want to create a very difficult blank for you to try to solve.
A different blank?
A difficult.
Difficult blank. Should be a noun. I don't get it. Can you read it?
Okay, when I went shopping at the store the other day, I bought some towels with a beautiful flower blank.
With a beautiful flower pattern.
Very good. Okay, exactly right. And then after I bought those, I took them home and I blanked them on the sofa so I could fold them.
Okay, you dropped them.
Exactly. That's
sofa.
very nice. But my wife said, oh, don't put them in there. Oh, wait, no, don't put them there. You might get a blank of orange juice on them if you spill.
You might get a spot of orange
juice. A spot of orange juice on them, exactly, if I spill. And I told her not to worry. Our cat won't run around. Our cat is a nice, tame pet cat and not a blank cat.
Oh, our cat is not a wild cat.
It's not a wild cat. It's very well behaved and it won't knock orange juice over, but it will bite my arm. All right, guys, thanks for joining us.
Thank you. 所以喜欢今天的内容的话，记得按赞、订阅、开启小铃铛，就不会错过任何精彩的内容啦。See you.
Bye-bye.